Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Pre-Market Prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin with you for the next 20 minutes or so as we head into the closing bell on this Monday. Joel, give us a quick recap of what you've seen today. It's been another volatile day on Wall
Quick recap. Let's
Quick
see here.
recap.
Quick recap. That rally in the pre-market session was bunk. Just once again, the market is turning thumbs down at whatever this U.S. government tries to throw at the crisis. The market recognizes that they need to concentrate on containing the virus and not all these packages. We really never cleared settlement. I'm not even going to give you that pre-market high. We closed Friday. That wild close at 88.50. Your intraday high 90.75. As of yet, we haven't taken out that pre-market low at 21.74. That was also a limit down. But keep in mind, folks, if we do go back down to that area again, we are looking at a 7% limit here. And we might not even have a limit in the last hour of trading.
No,
So,
there are no limit. There are no limits in the last. I don't know if it's half hour or 45. It might be 45 minutes. 3:15. So
so if you're looking, one thing I've been looking for is volatility to come down with this over 200-point range. That's not going to happen today. Also, if you're looking for like some encouragement on a closing basis, our low close of the move was 22.8850. And I'd bet a wooden nickel we're not going to close anywhere near that area. We're back in the areas of back of December 2016 low. That was basis of front month contract 21.90, Spencer. So there you go. Here we are 18 minutes ago into the session, trying to close above 2200. Let's see if we can do it.
all right, we are at 2016 levels, like you said. Big news today, as far as markets are concerned, as far as everyone's concerned, is that there is still no news, no deal from Congress yet. The Democrats have twice now held up a potential economic stimulus plan that the Republicans are hoping to sign. Schumer, I believe, is meeting with Mnuchin as we speak. So maybe we'll get a headline here in the next few minutes, but I wouldn't bet on that. So still no agreement from Congress. The Democrats, I think, are holding the deal up because of some climate provisions. I'm not really sure. Maybe some individual consumer protection provisions. But regardless, can't get a deal done. It speaks to the dysfunction in DC. And so here we are, almost a full trading day since we were talking about this morning, and almost a full trading day later, we still have no concrete deal, and every day gets a little bit worse, a little bit worse, a little bit worse. So that's where we are right now. No deal as of yet. The biggest news of the day was still that Fed unlimited QE program that they announced this morning. But like you said, Joel, that rally was to be sold, as we've seen every rally in the last 2 weeks has been sold. So gains aren't holding. Waiting to see if Congress can do anything for us here in the next few days. In terms of
Why don't you throw like a couple trillion at containing the virus? And
they can't agree. They can't agree which way is up. I don't think so.
Epic failure. I'm not going to be political. I'm just going to say this is an epic failure on both sides of the aisle, both Democrats and Republicans. And we should vote every person out of the entire Congress, Senate, everybody. Just clear them out, man. Let's start fresh because they're just worried about their own self-interest, and that's not doing the country
any. I guess the good news is we can fire them every 2 years in
elections.
2 years in the House, right? 2 years in the House, and was it 6 in the Senate? I think.
No, I mean, that's past the point.
Yeah.
As far as, do you have any updates on the virus?
As far as the virus, I mean, it's getting worse. We're seeing state by state now are announcing stay-at-home orders. Michigan announced an order this morning at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. I don't know the exact number of states that have shelter-in-place orders now, but I think it's at least a dozen or getting close to it. So no guidance on that from the federal government. So states are kind of left with their own devices to shut shut their economies and their states down as they see fit. In terms of the market today, I've been keeping an eye on what's been leading us and what's been lagging. And if you look at what's green today, Amazon is green, Home Depot is green, a few semiconductor names are green, like AMAT is green, and Intel is green, AMD is green. A few other here on my list.
Twitter. I see Twitter's green here as
Yeah,
well.
Twitter, right. So tech is leading us again. Not the first time that we've seen this trade. The banks are getting just shellacked here today. JP Morgan down 5%, Bank of America down 8%. Jeez. Wells Fargo down 3%, Citigroup down 7%. And so the banks are leading us lower here, but some tech names are green. And we've seen this before, and that's what you want to see. You want to see tech lead more than like the utilities, right, or the consumer staples. You want to see some tech names on the green. So we're seeing that today.
Right. And let's see what else is green. Amazon. I mean, this is kind of the theme. This is not a new theme here with Amazon. I mean, online, deliveries. Whether they hired 100,000 people,
Well,
correct?
they're trying to, yeah.
Yep. You know, it's just the theme, going away from shopping and going into stores. And this is not a new trend. This is a
Right.
strong trend. Once again, Amazon, we talked about that, but showing some excellent relative strength. That bottomed out. I mean, it's $200 above its low of the move. Its low of the move was actually made at 1626 on March 16th. And here we are trading roughly $200 above that. Yeah, almost $300 above that low in the move. So the strong get stronger, and Amazon for sure looking good on the charge, could really compared to all these other stocks. If you're following Amazon at home, 1957, that was your 2-day high. 1945 was your 3-day high. So if you're looking for another target on the upside or another continuation move higher, you really got to clear those pair of highs from last Thursday and Friday.
What about Home Depot here?
Home
Home,
Depot, you know what? I
yeah,
went there and stocked up on.
trading in the green by almost 6% today.
I went there and stocked up on light bulbs the
That's a
other
good
day.
idea. That's a good
Yep.
idea.
Yep. Home Depot, once again, exhibited very good relative strength. That bottomed on the 18th and 140.63. Tried to test it on Thursday, didn't. Now trading firmly in the green here, 163.87. Really not much more on the upside here to 170.22, but not sure if this is just a little bit of a dead cat bounce here or the start of a meaningful rally. Really like to see it get over 170 to kind of give it like a old clear, like you put a bottom is in here, because you're working in a big monthly red candle here, as you can see, 140.63, the low of the move.
So, Joel, when we look at all these stocks, do you feel good or at least a little bit better about any stock that is above its low of the move? So as long as it's not making new lows, does that make you
Does
feel
it make
better?
me feel better, or does it ask me if I'm buying them?
Both, I guess.
I mean,
I'm assuming you're not buying much these days, but does it make you feel at least a little bit better about a stock, a little bit more bullish if it's above?
yeah.
If
Oh
it
yeah. Yeah, for
if it's
sure.
like Home Depot and it's 4 or 5 days removed from its low, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because at least I got a level to lean on if I
right.
decide to take a long position. Or with something like Home Depot or these other stocks, I mean, Amazon's gone. I don't know if you're going to be able to get that one cheaper on the rebound.
Yeah.
But, something like Home Depot, I got a little bit of a reference point here because you basically had a 30-point low off the move. So today, if I was looking to try to buy it, probably would have looked at like 145, 146, because that's halfway back. I wasn't looking to buy it, but now I'm seeing it did have a 50% retracement from that low on the 18th to the high on the 20th. So yes, it gives me more confidence that there's reference points. But as far as hopping in Home Depot here, no, because if you do get an absolute shutdown of the, of like the entire country, then they're not going to make money for 30 days. And it's not going to make a difference what their quarter was like. So, you know, throwing the baby out with the bathwater there. But
Yeah.
your answer is, yeah, I like to see stocks that didn't make a new low from Friday, with the market. That's good. As far as me owning them, no.
All right, let's take some questions from our chat here.
Sure.
Somebody talking about Roku. My Roku has
Where's
gotten
that at, $50 or something?
no, no, no. It's really held up strong these past couple of days.
Okay. All right. Ooh, that's up 12 sticks here. Wow, that's a nice move. I guess people are not going to be able to afford cable and AT&T. They're going
That's
to
one way of looking at it. I was thinking the fact that everybody is already or is going to be stuck at home might encourage those who haven't already to get some sort of streaming service provider, a la Apple TV or Sling TV or Roku,
Okay.
something like that. And I know some people who have done that. So this quarantine could be the impetus for some people to go out and buy Roku, and it doesn't matter how many hours you spend watching, you're still paying a flat rate. But this
We
could be
just
the
had a
impetus.
nice spike there. Are you seeing anything? I'm not seeing anything. Let me go to
Well, like I mentioned, Mnuchin and
yeah, we're ripping
I
now. We are
don't
ripping.
see anything.
We're all the old don't make a new low from the pre-market low dip and rally here. Bite my tongue if I said we went and close it. It's 23.80. But what other stock? Oh, Netflix. Really, that's getting a pop today too here. Wow, this thing is really showing some excellent relative strength. This is within striking distance of an all-time high. Is that correct? Holy moly. Got a big level here for you in on Netflix. Where are we at? We're at 383,
Six. We're at three.
363.
We're at 363 right now.
Right, 363. But what
Wow.
wow, twice in the last 2 months. February you had a high wow, that's too far away. I'm gonna have to go to the dailies here to give you a better. I don't want to give you a level that far away. Your current high is 366.11. Nothing up there. We have backed off that. If you're looking for a next target, 371.31 was your Mark 6 high. If you're looking for a target here, but Netflix, one of your did you see David Tepper instead of Fang? He had Dawn. Did you see that acronym?
No.
Dawn,
Explain.
darkest before the dawn. Domino's Pizza,
Okay.
Amazon, Walmart, and Netflix. Those were his
Domino's, Amazon, and Walmart, Netflix. Okay, some
yeah.
retail and some. Okay, I could be into that.
Yeah.
So with Netflix though, uh, you look at this chart and you say similar to the Amazon chart, like is it fair to say that you're probably not going to get this one at 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 a deep discount anymore, unless you want to buy
I
it
mean,
right?
well, I mean, this is another alternative if people can't afford cable, or right?
Right,
And
right.
so
But like if you're waiting to buy this one, you probably should stop waiting because you're not going to
I
get that.
agree. I mean, yeah. I mean, unless you could stomach buying here to 362, you want to trade it up to 380 and you're going to, risk $10 on the trade, then yeah, then if you got the stomach to do something like that, but big old rally, big old green bar today. So, it just depends on what your risk reward ratios. Would I be buying any of like the weekly 375 option calls that are probably all jacked up today? No, 2240, folks. We are down only 50 handles on the day, rallying. And I guess we just need to be on all day because we talked in the morning and we rallied. And then we get off during the day, the market falls apart. And then you and I come on for the last 20 minutes and the market rips again, Spencer. I just think we need to stay on all day.
Maybe
Uh,
that's it.
Trisha is asking, boy, I think she was asking about MasterCard this morning too. So we got to take a look at MasterCard. I know this is a favorite of Triple D's. Uh, hmm. Now, this one has not had good relative strength. Trisha made a new low for the move today at 199.99. So this one, I guess people may be a little worried if they lock up the grid that they won't be able to make payments. I mean, you can lean on
Well,
that
I
low.
mean, this is a play on the consumer. If the consumer is going to be weak,
Yeah,
then I'm not sure how you can feel good about Visa or MasterCard. But
I
if the consumer gets any sort of relief, I mean, this is one that I'd be interested in.
yeah, but I mean, are people going to be? Oh, look at Boeing pursuing a $60 billion government bailout. 60 bill.
Well, we knew
Yeah,
that.
Trisha, I agree with Spencer because unless this thing gets resolved, stack, crackle, pop, are people going to be spending less money? Are they going to be doing less credit card transactions? I think so. So there you have
I don't
Visa.
know. I mean, this is one that I would like. I like this is a bet on the consumer eventually, right? And so
Eventually. Thanks, Spencer.
that's one way of looking at it, Joel. That people are going to be spending less. The other way is they're going to be going into more into credit card debt, right? So,
Yeah, that they're going
I
to end up defaulting on.
maybe. One last thing I want to add on our Netflix conversation. So Netflix has been really strong here the past couple of days. The consensus seems to be that we are still in the first phase of this downturn. The first phase being like the flush downward, right? And then there's some upward action, and then there's the real collapse, the hopelessness phase, right? The phase of the correction or of the recession, of the crash, that you think, oh, all hope is all lost, right? I think we're still in the first phase of that. We haven't really gotten any meaningful buying on a day-to-day basis or on a weekly basis here.
Flurries.
So
Flurries.
right, we've seen flurries, but no real storm of buying yet. So we're still in the first phase. This is what people have observed in previous recessions and previous market crashes. This is how it tends to go. There's an initial flush. There's the bounce back phase where people get hopeful. Then there's the hope goes out the window, and then all hope is lost, and it seems like the world's ending, and then it doesn't. But the consensus seems to be that we're still in that first phase. So, as I bring this back to Netflix here, if we are still in this first phase, and we do get some meaningful buying, and then another flush, you could get Netflix down there again at whatever it was, 280. I don't know what the low was, but 280, 300. I don't know, somewhere in that area. But so that's something to keep in mind. If you,
I wouldn't be chasing it, and
yeah,
nor would I be touching like MasterCard or Visa. Look at also Trish, if you're looking at that, look at Visa as well. That made a new low for the move as well. So definitely some worries about the consumer.
somebody on the pre-market show asked us about Zoom, which we hadn't discussed in a couple of
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
This
Holy
one is,
macro. That's like the obvious Adam trade. I thought about this one because I really like the platform. Even I know how to run the show with it. It's good. I think, and someone mentioned, I can't remember who it was in the Google YouTube chat, that uh, you know, the way people are using Zoom is going to say we need less air travel, right? Why do you need that? Take a Uber to the airport, take an expensive flight,
yeah, but
stay in a hotel.
this trade is out of hand. I mean, if you want to compare it to something, compare it to like Citrix, right? I think that's CTRX, I believe. No, that's not.
CTSX.
CTSX. Thank you. As I type it in incorrectly. No,
No,
that's not it.
CXTS.
I don't know what
What the hell
Citrix
is
is,
it?
but the point is, Citrix is a similar service, same exact service, more or less. But the movie is not nearly as pronounced. This
Spencer,
is
ever you learn one thing though, that these out of hand trades
yeah,
can
this is
get
out of hand.
so more out of hand. So would I short it? No. Would
No.
I buy it up here? No. Would I wish I would have bought? Look at that flush. Oh, they just taken all those buyers there in the last 20 minutes and they are flushing them down the toilet. Here we go. Well, how high did we get on that rally? Holy Toledo. We got up to 22.43 and a quarter. And we are going to make a new, who knows what's going to happen in the after hours here, but we're going to close a good 60, 70 handles away from the previous low close of the move. Spinner just will get STMP here. How did that do today? STMP,
Held
that
up.
had a good day. Oh, but look at this level for tomorrow. Oh boy. Stop. Well, it's just because it's a higher price stock. Still needs to take out that roof at 123 and a half, 124. That will definitely signal another leg up there in STMP. We just lost another 10 handles in the time that it took me to cover STMP here, folks. So, Spencer, you want to wrap things up here? I'm sorry I couldn't carry this rally into the close, but it is what it
So
is.
final reading for the day is down about 3.5% in the S&P. So that's where we stand, folks, heading into Tuesday. As Joel was saying, it will most assuredly be another wild overnight session. Hopefully we don't get any more limit downs as we got last night. That's why I had to reset my counter there to 0 because we hit limit down on the S&P futures last
Do
night.
you have a
Hopefully
moving average, a weekly moving average of the?
No, most definitely not. So anyway, we'll be back with you folks tomorrow, 8
Who's our
o'clock
guest
Eastern
tomorrow,
time,
Spencer?
as
Who's our
usual.
guest? Who's our guest?
Tomorrow's guest is Nick Shaheen. Joins us every other Tuesday. He's the author of Create Income with Option Spreads. He'll be on at 8:35. So he'll be on with myself, Joel, Dennis. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Everyone have a great rest of your day and stay safe out there.